Okay, hi everyone, welcome back. And in this update, we are going to check out XLM's price chart because a lot has happened since we talked about Stellar Lumen in the previous video. I think the last time that we actually talked about XLM, we were right around this area, and the idea was that if we get another couple of percent move on the downside in order to take this low, at that point our primary count is pretty much going to be confirmed, indicating, yep, you know what, this is an ABC zigzag and our move down can continue a little bit more. Now, as you can see, we got our move down and we took the lows and we continued our move on the downside. But the question is, okay, number one, can we argue this point is our final low? And number two, if this isn't actually our final low, are we going to expect some insane moves on the downside in order to take the lowest low? Which, by the way, this chart is on Coinbase, and in it, the lowest low is in here about, let's say, 27.9 cents. Let's say generally 28 cents area. Now, I'm going to tell you right away, the answer to the second question is most likely not. Why? Here's a simple reason for that. You see, whenever you are having insane strong moves on the downside, usually after that move, we are going to have a bit of a bounce, but odds are that is going to be just a dead cat bounce, and then we can expect another move down. But here's a very important point. That move down, since this phase was unbelievably strong, most likely is going to get truncated. So the point that I'm trying to make is this. Sure, there is a chance that in XLM we are going to maybe have another move down, but I don't really expect to even if we want to take the loss, to go like a whole lot lower, since at the same time in XLM we do have this very strong support from weekly and daily time frame at the same time between 25.5 to about 27.5 cents, and preferably if we want to get another move down, I would like to see XLM to reach to about the higher band of this level and not necessarily go a whole lot lower, and that's not even my primary case. So overall, in XLM, in my view, downsides are quite limited. Having said that though, what is going on in like very short? So here's a question. Can we argue this is our final low? If we want to say that, then okay, we have to be able to find from the highs to about here a 5 wave, and I think we are actually able to find a 5 wave, and I have checked the rolls already. I think you do have a decent chance of arguing this is 1, this is 2, this is wave 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave down into our wave 5. Now, here's a very important point. We do actually require to have a 5 wave in this phase down if we want to say the bottom is in, but that's not actually enough. It is necessary, but again, it's not enough. Now, what is it that we need to see if we want to flip bullish? You probably know it. We have to be able to find off of the recent lows a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, generally a very strong move without a lot of overlapping of the waves. This specific case is called an impulse. Rules for it are: we should not have overlapping of the waves between wave 2 and 4, and in any kind of 5 wave, or wave 3 should not be the smallest wave. And in terms of the sub waves, you know it. 5 wave up into wave 1, 3, and 5, and for wave 2 and 4, we can consider different scenarios. Let's say, yeah, okay, sure. WXY into wave 4 and an ABCS rusher into wave 2. Now let's go on the live chart and see what is happening from the lows. And this is our first problem, since we really do not have like a very strong move on the upside. In my view, it seems like that we are having generally some sort of a correction in here, and I think it might be in form of like an ABC zigzag as opposed to an impulse. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that we should be overwhelmingly bullish. No, do not get me wrong. I am able to find a 5 wave, for example. Maybe this is going to be, let's just say this one, 5 up into a wave 1, correction for wave 2, and then this can be our wave 3, correction for 4, another move up into wave 5, something like that. But the structures in here, if you want to argue this is a 5 wave, are gonna get seriously complicated, since we are clearly having overlapping of the waves between our wave 2 and 4, and we definitely do have overlapping of the waves. This is not like by a small margin that we can ignore. No, this is absolutely overlapping of the waves, and that means, well, okay, you are either going to have an expanding leading diagonal or maybe a leading diagonal in form of a wedge. However, unfortunately, I have checked those already. This is going to be neither of those structures if you want to go 100% according to the rules. So let me just say this. I think in XLM, we are actually having an A, B, C, and right away you realize that my views are a little bit different in XLM than a lot of other altcoins. Why? Because I also don't really think that this is going to be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think this actually looks a lot like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but to about this point, and this can be again 1, 2, 3, running flat for 4, another move down into wave 5, followed by a correction up, and this is another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave down. And well, on a higher degree, this setup is telling you that you're actually having in XLM an A, B, C zigzag. So what do you have in here? ABC up, ABC down, maybe an ABC on the upside, and that, my friends, opens the door to having, let's just say this one, okay, an ABCDE, a triangle structure, which in terms of Elliott waves for the subwaves, we must be able to find basically in every single leg ABC zigzags. There we go. ABC up into C, ABC down into wave D, and this is our final ABC on the upside into RP. Now, let's go on the live chart and see what is going on. And here is actually my primary case. I think in XLM, in the short term, we are probably going to do something like this. Maybe we're going to have ABC down, followed by an ABC on the upside, and then probably another move down. But in this move, again, we don't really have to go down and take the lowest low. We can even finish it somewhere around these areas, about 28.8 cents. And then pay attention, please. I expect a very, very strong bounce in XLM, and for that matter, I would say in a lot of other altcoins. So in the short term, after completing this small move down, I do expect a move on the upside, and that actually aligns with my analysis on a lot of other altcoins and also BTC, indicating this week is probably going to be a bit of a bullish one for us, and we are going to get some moves on the upside. But in XLM, I think that move might be just an ABC zigzag, and we may see yet another move down, and then hopefully that will be it, our final low. Now, here's a question. What needs to happen right now in the short term in order for me to change my count and say, you know what, maybe this is actually the low of our correction, and from here we're gonna have a beautiful bullish setup? Here is the deal. Okay, let's say, fair enough, this is a 5 wave up, and right now I am absolutely wrong. Okay, in that case, if we truly have a 5 wave in here, the next move down is going to be a correction and structure, and this is soon going to come to an end. And what are we going to have next? Well, if the bullish count is happening, this is going to be a 1, 2, and the next move is going to be a very strong one up into wave 3 and 4 and 5. So here is what I have to say. The moments that I'm going to say in XLM, I'm actually wrong, and we are not going to really get a move down anymore, is when we get a rather strong move on the upside in order to at least take this important high about 35.5 cents. But I'm gonna say, you know what, let's just wait a little bit more and see, are we going to reclaim this level, which the higher band of it is about 36.5 cents region. If we do this, okay, at that point, I'm going to change my primary count and argue, you know what, this was actually a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I was absolutely wrong. The bottom is in, and this is the beginning of another great move on the upside. But right now, yep, I'm going to be a bit more patient and careful and count on another small move down. And by the way, that can actually be a decent long opportunity, and your stop loss can be under this important support, which the lower band of it, again, once more, is about 25.5 cents, and your target, well, bare minimum can be somewhere around this region between 35.5 to about 36.5 cents area. And at that point, I think you may have a risk to reward ratio of about 1 to 3, which is definitely not that bad. If you find trades like this more than a couple of times, I think you are going to end up making quite a good bit of money. So I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in a XLM's chart. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time with your family and loved ones. Goodbye.